Well, let's move straight to our next conversation. The resurgence of our refineries across board has been generating a lot of reactions, with many anticipating progress as time progresses. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has predicted that local refineries in the country would need an average of 770,500 barrels of crude oil in the first quarter of 2025. This was made known in a statement by the CEO of NUPRC, Benga Komolafe, during the unveiling of the crude oil production forecast of producing oil companies. He said this requirement is in consonance with the Section 109 of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021, and it is aimed at effective capacity utilization of the nation's domestic refineries by ensuring a consistent supply of crude oil. All right, Kaide, the NUPRC projection of 770,500 barrels per day for domestic refineries, is it achievable?
Yes, it is, in the sense that for the fact that we are dealing with 2 local refineries now, and there are some other things that will boost production. So when you look at that target, so that we don't just celebrate resurgence of our refineries, we need to work with a target, we need to work with plans, so that when we are dealing with our annual budget, we know the benchmark and we know what we are dealing with. And in this case, we are getting the crude, we are refining, and everything is being done here, which, you know, which gives us a sense that a whole lot of things are going to change. So for me, and the total thing would now be like about 2 million thereabout, you know, barrels in a day. This is a big one. And this is to also say that, you know, when you now add the Dangote refinery and some other
refineries that will still
into it, it's a wake-up call. And is this, you know, a lot of people have asked that question, what is even the import of these 2 refineries that have come up? And we've started seeing the implications.
Exactly.
So you can only get better. And it's to say that, because we cannot take that away, because journalists and God have not, you know, maybe because of the repeated editions we've not really celebrated that milestone. I call it celebration because, trust me, I'm one of those pessimists who believe that we've heard so much about refineries are coming up, but this government has been able to prove to us that when they say things, they can actually do it. So for me, I will not, after being pessimistic, keep quiet when something good has happened. So for me, the target is in order. Whether it's achievable or close to being achieved, it's something that we should keep our eyes on and make sure that nothing sabotages these efforts by NNPC and the regulator who is putting this figure. If we shoot above it, good for us. But for us not to have plans, for us not to have a target, it's a no-no.
It's a no-no. Last year, they talked about 1 million barrels. But as beautiful as it may sound, the big elephant in the crude oil theft, have we been able to conquer that? Is this figure, can we achieve it?
Yeah, the president set a target of 2.6 million barrels a day for the Minister of State Petroleum, Eniken Obri, and the governor of Imo State was asked to steer that project, if I can describe it as such. I believe it's achievable. During the Jonathan era, we were doing 2.5 million barrels a day. When people talk about the prosperity that we enjoyed during that era, a lot of it was down to tremendous oil output. We can do much better. We can do better than 2.6 million barrels a day if we address the problems. We need to get more investment into that sector.
More investment, okay.
Get more investment into crude oil production. We are seeing more investment in refining now, which is something that makes me really happy. Now, we must match investment in
crude oil.
in refining with investment in crude oil production, because once more and more of these refineries are coming up, they will need
exact supply of crude oil.
Yeah, they will need crude oil. So, but if we do not produce enough, where will they find the crude oil that they need, except they are going to import? BUA is projected to start production from its 200,000 barrels a day refinery in Ebono Island in Akwa Ibom State. I've been to that area before. No, it's off the Atlantic. They have a beautiful beach, but largely neglected.
Wow.
200,000 barrels a day is huge. Allied with Dangote's 650,000 barrels a day. And then we have Warri Refinery, described by many as our most modern refinery, coming on soon. We have Port Harcourt. We are going to do Port Harcourt 1 and 2, the old refinery and the new. With their combined capacity. And Kaduna, in fact, I'm told that Kaduna is the easiest to fix of all of them.
Oh, really?
Yes. Maybe the damage to them is not like others. I'm not a petroleum engineer, but that's what I was told. That Kaduna is actually the easiest to fix. And when I met Kyari, he told me that they will fix Kaduna. He was confident that Kaduna too will begin to refine, no matter the difficulties that they are facing. So we are moving into an era of robust crude oil refining and crude oil production. We are moving into that phase. And it makes me happy as a nation, as a person, because what this tells me is that my nation has woken up. People may not give Ashwaju credit, because to many Nigerians, everything is tied to food. We tell some of them that you can't tie everything to food, to your belly. But when they talk about, even if security improves, you still ask, how does
it affect?
No,
true.
We cannot, everything, it's ridiculous to tie everything to food. This is a big, big achievement that those refineries are working. We had given up on them. We had given up. You heard what Obasanjo said recently. Even Obasanjo, as a former president, had given up that those refineries will ever work. From what he said, you will know that he never believed that they will work. And somebody was confident, encouraging them. No matter what we have said about Kyari, even me, I've attacked him in the past. There's nothing he will do to me. But if he's making progress, I'm also here to say yes. I'm happy with your work. It's not a personal thing. It's not a personal thing. He's not my friend. We are not close. Till today, I don't have his phone number. Though I met him, I don't have his phone number. Because, you see, sometimes it helps us